rainbow and see the leprechaun. So, Nicole, Alice, Sally and Amelia thought it was a great plan. So, they hopped into their mum's car. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Amanda's mum is the assistant helper of the Girls Summer Friends Club because she is a member of the
Girl Scout
friendly community
group,
and she helps the community in the town. So Nicole thought she would be a good option for the assistant helper. So they jumped into Amanda's mum's car and then they drove off to the town square, and in the middle of the town square stood the wishing well. Amanda hurried over, threw her coin in and made her wish.
Whoa, that is awesome, Thomas.
This is the front.
Okay. And then she told the wishing well for when she wanted her wish to be granted. She said right now. And the wishing well whooshed around. And Amanda knew when the water in the wishing well starts whooshing around, that means her wish is granted. So she looked around herself. She looked around, but she couldn't spot the rainbow until Amelia found a bit of red in the sky. She also found a bit of orange and a bit of yellow and green and blue and purple. She said, "Hey, there's a rainbow," said Amelia. And Sally, Alice, Amanda, and Nicole looked where Amelia was pointing. Then her mum said, "I don't think we'll be able to drive all the way there in time to finish making the decorations for the festival tomorrow," said Amanda's mum. But then Amanda said, "Don't worry, I have another coin in my pocket." So she reached to grab it and then threw it in the wishing well again. Then she said, I wish you would teleport us over to where the end of the rainbow is, and there we will see a leprechaun with a pot of gold," she said. And then she told the wishing well when she wanted her wish to be granted. "Right now," said Amanda. And immediately they teleported to the end of the rainbow. But they couldn't see the pot of gold or the leprechaun. But then Amanda said, "Oh no, I don't think you might have said which end of the rainbow. I don't think the wishing well knew which end of the rainbow you were talking about. The pot of gold was on the left end of the rainbow, but the wishing well had teleported them to the right end of the rainbow." But her mum said, "Don't worry, the rainbow can't be that big, so it's probably not as big as a gap." So the girls quickly jumped into her mum's car and then drove off to the other end of the rainbow. They drove and drove and drove and drove until her mum said, "Uh-oh, we're gonna run out of fuel." And then Nicole said, "Do you have any more fuel in your trunk?" And she said, "Nope, we don't. We're gonna have to go on foot," she said. "But what if we get lost?" said Nicole. But then Sally noticed something on the ground. "Hey, look, a trail of coins. This must be from the pot of gold. We should follow them," she said. And so Amanda's mum led the way and they followed the train of coins. They walked and walked and walked until Alice noticed a golden pot of coins and a green figure standing beside them. "That must be the leprechaun," said Alice. She quickly went over to talk to the leprechaun. And when the leprechaun saw her, he was shocked. "How did you get to the end of the rainbow?" he said. We just made a wish from the wishing well," said Alice. The leprechaun never wanted anyone to see his face. He wanted to keep his identities a secret. But lots of people knew him, but none of them knew what his face looked like. looked like, and lots of people wanted to find out. And now his facial secret was exposed. A group of 6 people knew what his face looked like. And then Amelia asked him this: "Are you gonna try and there are a lot?" And then Amelia warned him about something. "Lots of kids are trying to trap you so they can steal your pot of gold." Amelia warned the leprechaun. And then he said, "Well, yes, I do have a lot of work to do since tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day," he said. So do we, said Amanda's mum, checking her watch. It was 2:00 in the afternoon, and it was getting very late. So Amanda's mum jumped in a car, and so did all the other girls. But then Alice said something. "Wait," she said. "Selfie?" she said. "It's most likely I'll never see you again," she said to the leprechaun. So everyone gathered around the leprechaun and took a selfie. "Say cheese," said Alice. "Cheese," everyone said. And then they took the photo. And then everyone jumped back into the car and left, including the leprechaun. The leprechaun now thought it was okay for everyone to see his face, including everyone else in town. So they all drove all the way back to town, and then they went to Amanda's house, back to the clubhouse, to quickly finish making the decorations. The next day, which is also St. Patrick's Day, the girls woke up and also woke up the leprechaun from the room they made for him. They let him sleep in the clubhouse, by the way. So everyone woke up and then traveled over. The girls packed their decorations and all the other cupcakes and all the other stuff that they need for the festival. Her mom jumped into the car as well. And then they drove off to Town Square, which is also the place in front of the mayor of City Hall, the place where the mayor lives. Then they jumped out of the car, and then when everyone who were around them was shocked to see the leprechaun walking with them. When Mayor Jessica Leas noticed the leprechaun with the girls, he said, "Why is the leprechaun here?" She said. "Oh, yesterday, Amelia read a book about the leprechaun and found out he would be at the end of a rainbow. And we made a wish that a rainbow would appear, and that it would and made another wish that it would teleport us to the end of the rainbow, and there we found the leprechaun. And he said he'll be very excited to come with us to the festival, so we brought him along." The man was very pleased and very happy to see the leprechaun at Town Square. So the girls helped the man put up all the decorations and decorate the entire city hall with all the other stuff. And then they had a big party. The end.